Can you talk a little bit about the importance of an event like this for African American minority youth, exposure that they get, seeing players like this and grow up to be like them, like you?
I think it's important for any kid to have some exposure. I was fortunate enough to play the game that I love. I was also fortunate enough to have a dad who played, so I didn't have to, fight, crawl, and scratch to be seen. Some of these kids, we want them to live their dream. 20 years from now, we want them to be doing the interview and another group of kids, because that's what it's about. I mean, this country is about our youth. It's not about the older generation. We can make it better for them. It's going to make our lives easier.
Last year, Seattle, where you became a star the first time. This year, Texas, here, different place. How do you feel about A, the success of last year's event, and B, what you've seen so far this year here?
Well, we got a couple kids that were here last year. It's going to get bigger and better. First year, had a couple quirks, but that's the nature of it, is that, hey, you learn from your mistakes and you move on. And I think this year, so far, everything is run smooth.
I think a lot of people thought last year was a little bit, I don't want to say surprising, but Seattle, a lot of black folks showed up. It was a quite fun day. What did you think about how the day went?
Just, you get an opportunity to see, kids that you've never seen before. And, names that, but you see quality baseball. And that's the thing, is that, when you think about baseball, you're thinking of the Power 5 conference. Some of these kids can't afford to go into a Power 5 school, even though they got Power 5 talent. I mean, you're looking at, $60,000 a year compared to $9. I mean, what are you going to do? If you can't afford $9, you definitely can't afford $60, and then at the end you're at $200,000, in student loans. So it's an opportunity for us, the group, MLB, the YDF, the Players Association, all get together and make it so these kids can be seen. I mean, last year we had 3 kids get drafted. We're hoping for more. We want these kids, like I said, we want them to be in this situation because we're in it.
How proud of you of the growth over just the last couple of years of what it's become?
It's good. I mean, start off with the Hank Aaron, and I just wanted to make it, because after, the Hank Aaron Invitational, there's still that gap of 3 years that these kids are not seeing, and I wanted them to go from Hank Aaron and also have something to work for to be able to play in this game. We just wanted to get together and have a plan of, we want to see these kids be successful, not only on the field but off the field. When they have something to do, they don't get in trouble.
What's your overall goal with the Classic? Is it to get more kids drafted? What do you see? Where do you see this going?
To get more kids to work in baseball. Because a lot of kids, are not going to be drafted, but you can still be in the sports that you love. I mean, there are plenty of jobs in Major League Baseball that you can do, and that's one of the things. I mean, you may not be able to play, but you can work in it. You can be around it, and you can eventually, work your way up and be a GM, be a president. But I think the problem we have in sports is everybody looks at it and goes, "Oh, if you don't make it, you're done," and that's not the case. There are 600-700 jobs in buildings that need to be occupied.
We know that the kids are obviously looking to learn from you, but what's something you've learned from them when you're gathered together?
Their music selection. I didn't realize it's a whole lot, and I got a 22-year-old, so I understand. But it starts laughing because, you go into my dad's car, he got like Earth, Wind, and Fire, Howl players. You get to my generation, you got Usher. You get to my kids, just like Kendrick Lamar, Chris Brown, and some other people. And I'm like, so who are those? I mean, but just the fact that their youthfulness inspires us as coaches, and then that just translates on how we handle the kids. I mean, when you're fun, we can make it fun. And you know, we want them, like I said, we want them to play on the Major League Baseball field. We want them to do well. I mean, we wouldn't be out here doing this if we didn't believe that this could work.
You've built a reputation as a big ideas guy in baseball. Swingman in itself is a big idea that you've executed. As you look to the future of Swingman, do you have any new ideas you're going to bring to this classic?
Yeah, but I can't really talk about that right now. There's always something going on in my head. You know, yeah, I don't think like regular people sometimes. You know, I've been known to throw something out there and it happened. But, you know, like I said, this isn't about me. It's about the coaches and the staff and everybody else who put all this together, who spend a lot more time doing the small things than I did.
One more. I wanted to ask you about your photography. I saw you last year at the Arizona game. I was on the other side and it said you were shooting. I was like, is this something that people can see your work? Where is this going with your photography?
Well, right now I'm under witness protection.
They just let me out.
No, that's you. They just let you out. I'm still I'm working on that. You know, it's fun because I did go to Africa for 10 days on a photo safari, and I thought the first day where I took like 651 pictures that I was like, oh my, I got to go through this. And then I look over to the guy next to me, he's at 2,600. And I'm like, oh, I got to step my game up. So, you know, not to be outdone, I end up with like 24,000 pictures in 10 days. Like the first 5 days, I was like, okay, I'm at 12,000. I was like, yep, here we go.
Where'd you go? Like nationwide?
Went to Kenya and Nairobi. So we start off there. It was pretty good. I mean, you know, we started, literally got on the van or truck at 9:32. At 9:34, I was already shooting my first line. And followed him around for a while. Then I went to the elephant. Then we got, but the one that was the wow, we drove 6 hours to get the leopard.
So did you get all big five?
Yeah, I got all big five.
Okay.
But the leopard was the one we had, you know, it was like 6 hours to go. Yeah. And, you know, when we finally got it, it was like, that's it. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, because it was like the tail hanging and, you know, like everything that you prepare for. Because, you know, it's like anything else. I mean, sports, you have to prepare, you know, like what camera I'm going to take. The camera was easy. What lens I'm going to take. What this, blah, blah, blah. I actually did it in a backpack with all my camera equipment in a carry-on. And that was it for 12 days.
Wow. Quite a battery.
Thanks, everyone.
I did have a couple batteries.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thanks, Steve.
Yep.